I'm an autistic man in my 30s, and it has taken me a very long time to come up with a shoe philosophy that works for me. There's been lots of pain and suffering in my shoe journey, and I would like to share my insights with you, fellow neurospices, or just humans in general, which are looking for a new shoe philosophy overall. And also remind you that different people have different feet and different philosophies work for different people. So watch all the videos on YouTube and become totally overwhelmed by all the information. But let's start with my shoe no-nos. Here are my shoe no-nos. I hate these things about these shoes, which I hate wearing, and I only wear on very formal occasions when I cannot get away with it. No, number one is a heel. What is a heel other than a mini stilt? It is a mini stilt, so you have balance issues because your foot is walking on a stilt other than actually on the earth, which is what you're trying to walk on, right? So anything with a heel is a no-no. Big heel, little heel, don't care. No for the heels. Anything which has a wedge shape to it, is a no-no. Why? Because I constantly feel like I'm going to fall forward. I'm going to fall forward because I'm standing on a wedge all day long. Of course my body feels like it's going to fall forward because it's standing on a wedge. No duh. So no-nos to the wedge. Also, no-nos to any shoes that have the toes higher than the ball of the foot. You can kind of see here that we have a smiley face going on here. Whoop! No to any shoe that has the toe higher than the ball of the foot, because then my toes are not getting pieces of feedback and pieces of information. Speaking about toes, does your foot look like this? My foot does not look like this. What this is doing to my feet is squeezing my toes together because my foot actually looks like this. It looks like a platypus foot. It does not look like whatever the hell this is, right? So anything which has a tight toe box squeezes my toes together and does not allow them to get the information and the space they need to breathe and move and help me stabilize. That's a no-no. Definite no-no on the shoes. Also, no on the shoe. Anything that can be used to pound a nail into a board would be a no-no on the shoe. A no-no for hard things on the shoe, because let me remind you, your foot is full of ligaments and tendons and muscles and fascia, all of which are designed to help you balance and connect and understand where your body is in space and overcome bumpy things. You also have so many nerves in your feet which are there to give your brain information about where you are in space. And if you put your foot into a foot jail, which this is, because it is not flat, it is not supported in the way that it wants to be. It can't move, it can't twist, it has no feedback from the ground beneath you because it's all hard and any data is kind of destroyed here. No wonder I have a very difficult time living in shoes like this. That would be a no-no. Also no-no, shoes that cannot breathe. My feet get sweaty and this is just a shoe sauna, a foot sauna. Why would you not allow my skin to respirate? My skin breathes in and out, and you can't do that when it's sealed shut. I also don't like anything which has a big opening to it that allows my foot to just slide around on the interior. This feeling ain't so nice, isn't so nice. I have other things to say about the shoes, but that's enough no-nos for now. We're going to go with some yeses. What do I like in shoes? Okay, let's start with these. These are Xero shoes. This is like my ideal sole of a shoe. Why? Well, number one, you're not walking on a stilt. You can actually feel the ground beneath you. There is no decline or incline going on. It is just the decline and incline of the actual ground beneath you. You also have the ability to feel what is underneath you, because if there's a rock, you can feel it. It's not sharp, but there is some data, there's some feedback coming in. It's also very flexible, so your foot can bend and it can twist and it can find its balance, and it gets the data, and it allows your nervous system and your proprioceptive system and your ligaments and tendons and muscles and fascia to actually do their job and help you find a balance. So this is a go. This is, I think it's pronounced a Horacha. And I bought this kit from Xero Shoes. It's linked around the video somewhere if you'd like to learn more about it. Now this is great, but wearing these in Michigan when it's snowing is not so great. So I will take this same rubber here and I will get it on a shoe like this. So this shoe has this same rubber on the bottom. There is no lift, there is no heel, there is no smile. It is fully bendable, it is completely flexible, and my foot is now enclosed, which is way nicer. What else do I like about this? My toes can spread. My toes have space inside to actually be the shape they are. They have the ability to breathe, and you'll see that the opening is way smaller, which means that my foot on the inside is not sliding up and sliding down on a regular basis. The ability to tie them tight so that they're not going to fall off my feet are not sliding around, is a pretty important thing for me as well. And then where the back of the shoe touches the back of my foot is pretty critically important. This one, as you can see, it angles back in, and I cannot for the life of me figure out why you would do that, because you then like dig in at the very top of the ankle. This one has some nice padding on there and works. The brand I've purchased a lot of stuff from is Xero Shoes. It's worked really well for me. Again, link in bio or around the video somewhere if you want to learn more about this brand. Not as cool as it used to be, kind of expensive. There's probably a better like Amazon dupe out there somewhere. Their customer service has not actually been that phenomenal, but their warranty program is. So go for Xero Shoes. Now, here's a knockoff that I just got on Amazon, which prompted this entire video. I wanted a minimalist shoe, and I thought this would do a lot for me, but it actually doesn't. And the reason that it doesn't is, first, it's very cheaply made. It's glued and not sewn. The interior fabric is not breathable. It's just cheapo polyester. But this is the last big thing. Anything to do with memory foam is the memory of a nightmare. Anything to do with memory foam is the memory of a nightmare, because I can't feel the ground and my body can't redistribute its weight because it's not actually feeling the ground, it's feeling memory foam. And if I'm standing still all day, then maybe I need some foam, but I try to move my body on a regular basis. So we have an insole made of memory foam, and then we have the base of the shoe is actually made of memory foam, which you can't get out. In addition, even though this looks like you're very close to the ground, if you deconstructed the shoe, you would see that it's actually a pretty thick sole because of that memory foam. It is not this 1/16 of an inch or whatever, quarter of a centimeter here. It's way bigger and thicker. And some shoes look like that, but they are actually made with this on the bottom, so you get the feedback. So overall, my shoe philosophy is this. I start with the premise, my feet are amazing. My feet are so cool, and I need to enable my feet to do their job. And specifically, the job of my feet is to receive data. So the more data my feet can get by terrain and direction and flexing and feedback from rocks and stones, which are protected, I don't want glass punching into my feet, the better. That is my philosophy. Part number one is data. Part number two is my feet can move and flex and bend and support my body in really cool ways, right? For the majority of our incarnation here as Homo sapiens on the planet, we did not have weirdo shoes which were used to pound in nails. We were running around barefoot, or we were running around in moccasins. And in my experience, once my feet kind of woke back up and rehealed and I regained muscles in my feet, I know nobody has ever taught me about that one, but now it's becoming more of a topic that we discuss. My feet are so much better. And anytime that I have problems with my feet or my shins or my calves or those types of things, it's normally because I was doing something dumb, like walking around in hard shoes on top of hard stuff like concrete. Because remember, humans did not grow up walking on concrete inside of buildings or outside of buildings. We grew up walking on the dirt or on the stones outside or on things which allowed our feet natural cushion. We didn't put the cushion in our shoes. We put the cushion on the ground and then walked around on the ground. And so the problem that I have is when my feet or my calves are screwed up, it's not because of the shoe, it's because of what I'm walking on. And if I know I'm going to be walking for a very, very long time on really hard stuff, like if I'm going to a conference and the conference is on concrete, and I'm going to be walking on concrete for 18 hours that day, I will not wear a Xero shoe, because walking on something really, really hard and really, really flat in these types of shoes does not work. and I will wear something with a little bit more cushion in it. Not happy, and I have sensory problems doing that, but it's better than the pain that comes with it. So there you go, friends. I hope you found this shoe feedback important. If you'd like to take action on the shoe feedback, I would recommend getting shoes which are often called Minimalist or Barefoot. However, know that there's a ton of bad knockoffs out there, like this one, which is not actually Barefoot, although it's designed to be minimalist because it does have all that floating in there. If there's one place that you'd like to try taking a next step on, it would be Xero Shoes, in my opinion. If you purchase Xero Shoes directly from Xero Shoe, they do allow you to have a return policy, but they charge you to return your shoe, which isn't super cool. If you do buy it from Amazon, you're not directly supporting the small business, and they do have to pay Amazon like 30% of the value, which ain't cool. But you're not charged for returns. Now, I've reached out to Xero Shoe and asked them to change this policy, but they don't, and I can't tell you why. But if you'd like to take a next step in your shoe wearing world, I would recommend a Xero Shoe or a Xero Shoe competitor. Most importantly, the biggest thing that I would say for you to consider in this process is that if your foot has been in foot prison your entire life, then your foot is atrophied. Your foot does not have the strength that it would need to go through reality as it is for quite some time. And it took me 18 months before my feet were cool with wearing Xero Shoes all of the time. So just expect that in the process there. Hopefully that's helpful. If not, feel free to rage in the comments. And the more you rage, the higher the video ranks. So rage away, my friends. And also, I'm sorry you're dealing with all these sensory issues. Hopefully there was something helpful in here.